two hard-hitting blue collars. Here's Smith to return it. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Play action here, Thompson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air on 2nd down, Thompson. They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crack the throwing lanes?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he's a young man who's always believed in his talents. Didn't have many offers out of high school. Ended up at Houston Baptist and put up monster numbers. Decided to take the next step and go to Western Kentucky, and he did it again. Set NCAA records for passing touchdowns and passing yards in a single season. Now the big jump to the NFL. This guy's like a very skilled point guard. Knows how to deal and put the ball in the proper place with every throw.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And they went the wrong way there. Losing. Back at the 43-yard line.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop it far behind the line to gain. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there's nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw is a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On 3rd down. It's done, and he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Zappe to throw on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Zappe back to throw. Touchdown! Michael Pruitt from 17 yards out. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. 3rd and long, Thompson. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, here's Thompson. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the strong.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Thompson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there. And he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
To the air again, Thompson. Over the middle to Smith. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now. And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Zappe's throw there complete to Myers. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
That'll be caught by Biletnikoff. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Zappe. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's an 89-yard kick return. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They'll start with the option. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker. From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's Thompson. This is Smith with a grab. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. They run on first down with Jackson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Jackson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going. I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half. Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Thompson going play action here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it. And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Past the 20. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy. Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And just shutting him off there. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And great effort. I mean, does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tops it. He'll dump this to Buck. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now Zappi. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Another touchdown through the air for them. And for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
48 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Done. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run on 1st down. It's done. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now a handoff up the middle. Done. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard.
Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal it.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Gay is on for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
And the Ravens taking the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with...
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls.